Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this particular video, we are going to study about dictionaries. Okay, so another useful data type built into Python is the dictionary, right? So about other data types and data structures we have already studied. So we have studied about list, tuple, right, sets, and today we are going to study about dictionary. So, dictionaries are sometimes found in other languages as associative memories or associative arrays. So, it is also known with these names. Okay. So, now, unlike sequences which we have studied till now, that is strings, list, tuple, right? So, in all of those sequences, what we have seen that they are indexed, right? So, which are indexed by a range of numbers. What is the meaning of this? That if you consider, let us say, list, right? So we were having indexes in that 0, 1, 2, 3, whatever elements are there, they used to get indexes, right? So that means they were having indexes, right? By a range of numbers. Now, in case of dictionaries, you will not have such kind of indexes. Okay, what you are going to have, you are going to have keys, and those keys are going to be used as indexes. Okay, now these keys can be only immutable types. Whatever keys are there, they can be only of immutable types. Okay, so now you recall that what immutable types you are knowing, right? Like strings are immutable, numbers are immutable, right? 2 is 2, right? You cannot change it. So numbers are immutable, so they can always be used as keys, and they are the most common keys used. Okay, and otherwise tuples also we have studied in previous lecture, and tuple is also immutable, right? If you remember, tuples we cannot change once we create, so that is why happily we can use tuples also as our keys. But there is a constraint, and the constraint is that tuple can be used as key only if it is containing string numbers or tuples. That means a tuple itself is also containing immutable objects or immutable elements only. In that case, tuple can be used as a key, right? But let us say tuple is containing a mutable object as its element, like for example list, right? A tuple is there and it is containing list as its element. Now that list element we can change, and how can we change, what we can do, that thing we have already discussed in the previous some lectures. Okay, so you can go to that tuples and sequence video and you can see that. Okay, so now since list itself can be changed, that is mutable, so that tuple again we will not be able to use as key. So this is what you have to keep in mind. Okay, so you cannot use list as key, since list can be modified in place using index assignment, as I said. Okay, or you can use slice assignment also, or append, extend. So using all these methods I have already shown, right, earlier in previous lecture. So using all these concepts you can change the elements of list, and that is why we cannot use any list as a key. Okay, now, so it is best to think of a dictionary as a set of key value pairs, right? So what is a dictionary? Basically, in very simple terms, if you want to define, then how you can define it? So it is a set of key value pairs. So first of all, what word has been used? Set, right? So from this set, you should be able to understand that set. In the very previous lecture only we have discussed about set. So it is also a set, and that is why it is represented using curly braces. Okay, and what this set is going to contain? It is going to contain key value pairs which are separated by this colon symbol. Okay, so I will be showing you how to do it. Now with the requirement that the keys are unique. Okay, here whatever keys are there, all the keys has to be unique in that particular dictionary. Values can be repeated, okay, but keys has to be unique. A pair of braces creates an empty dictionary, right? This also we have seen in previous lecture, that if you're writing only empty braces, then by default it will be considered as a dictionary and not as set. Okay, now placing a comma separated list of key value pairs within the braces adds initial key value pairs to the dictionary. This is also the way dictionaries are written on output, right? So if you're writing comma separated key value pairs, then by default within some brace, then by default dictionary will be created. So let us see that little bit how to do it, and then we can move forward. Okay, so here as you can see, so we are creating a dictionary, so let us name it D, and after that let us say I'm naming it as this. Okay, so 1, then alpha, let us say 2 is the key, right? So 1 2 I can use, these are numbers and these are immutable, that is why it can be used. Okay, and 2, let us say, is pointing to beta, and then let us say 3 is there, which is pointing to gamma, like this. Okay, and curly braces has been used, so this is how we are creating it. Now if I print this t, then exactly whatever the way we have created, that is printed. Okay, all right. Now you can print the type of d, so you can see that the dictionary class has been printed. Okay, now one more thing, let us create another d. Okay, another dictionary, which is, let us say, d2. And in this, let us say, I am creating a list as a key. Okay, so list we represent as square brackets. So 1 comma 2 is my list, and then you have to put the colon, right? And after this, you can enter whatever value you want. Okay, so here's some value I can write. Let us say I'm just simply writing list, and let us see what is going to happen. So it is giving me error, right? Type error is coming, and what is it? Unhashable type list. Okay, whatever this list has been used, that we cannot use it this way. Okay, but tuples can be used. Let us see that. Let us say d2 is equal to okay, inside tuple you have to write 1 comma 2. This tuple is valid. Why? Because this is not containing any immutable any mutable element. It is not having, right? What are the elements present here? 1 and 2, and both 1 and 2 are what? Immutable. So that is why overall the tuple is valid. So here if I write it this way, that it is a tuple. Okay, now you see any error I did not get. If I print this d2 properly, that the dictionary is getting printed. Okay, so this is how it has to be done. All right, but again, let us say if tuple only I'm having, let us say 1 is there, and here another element is 2 comma 3, so it is becoming a list now. So I can come to this list using the indexes, and I can come and change it, right? So this particular element is mutable, and that is why it is invalid. So let us see that what kind of error we are going to get. And here let us say I am writing here the value is invalid. This is my string. Okay, so here, okay, now you see again we are getting type error, unhashable type list. So here also it is pointing to this list, that whatever this list is there, that is unhashable and we cannot use it. So these are the points which are mentioned in that particular para. So I hope it is clear. If you want to try with other type of examples, you should definitely go for it and try with different kind of um, codes and all. Okay, all right. Now, let us see what are the main operations, okay, on a dictionary. So, the main operations on a dictionary are storing a value with some key and extracting the value given the key, right? So, why we go for dictionary? Basically, for mapping purpose, right? That this key is there, it is mapping to that value. Another key is there, it is mapping to this particular value, right? So, whenever such kind of mapping has to be done, in that case, we should always go for dictionary, right? So we store the keys, and with respect to those keys we can extract the values. Okay, now it is also possible to delete a key value pair using this delete keyword. Okay, so we can just say this. Let us say here my d has been created, right? Dictionary d, so it is having all these elements. Okay, now if I write here, you have to write here like this del, and after that you can put the key. Okay, so any key, let us say 2 if I'm writing here. Okay, okay, delete, actually d of 2 you have to write. I did not mention the dictionary name only. So okay, so delete d of 2. Okay, so whatever is the key, that particular key value pair will get removed. So we can print that d again, and now you see only 1 alpha and 3 gamma is present, but that 2 beta has been removed. So like this you can use this keyword and delete the elements. Now if you store using a key that is already in use, the old value associated with that key is forgotten. Okay, so what is the meaning? That let us say if I'm already having this elements, right? So like this key 1, it is already present. Now again, if I am writing something, let's say d of 1, this is how I can extract the keys and values. Okay, so if now let us say if I am writing d of 1 is equal to something, okay, some other string str, like this. Okay, so in that case, what will happen? Now if I print this d, then 1 str and then 3 gamma. So if already the key is present and you are assigning some new value, then the old value will be replaced by this new value. That is what this line is saying. Okay, so the older value is forgotten. It is an error to extract a value using a non-existent key. That means if any key is there which is not existing only and I am trying to extract it, then definitely for that any value is not there, it is not present only, so it is going to give us error. Let us see that. So if I am printing, see, like in this D, what is there? Key 1 is there and key 3 is there, right? But let us say 5 is not there, 4 is also not there. So any of that you can just print it. So if I am writing here D of 5, that means, okay, let me show you first. If any valid I am writing, let us say d of 1 I am writing, then what will happen? Then the value will be printed. Okay, because 1 is present in the as a key in the dictionary. Okay, but if I am writing d of 5, now 5 is not present, right? So it is giving key error. What kind of error? So you should also know the names of the error, that in which situation what kind of error you will get. So at this point you are going to get key error, which is 5. Okay, all right. After that, what we are having now, if I perform this particular operation, that is performing list of D, if this is what I write on a dictionary, it returns a list of all the keys used in the dictionary. So that dictionary, whatever keys are present, all that list of the keys I'm going to get. Okay, in insertion order, in whatever order we have inserted the keys and value, in that particular order only we will get the output. Okay, but let us say if you want to sort them, okay, in sorted manner you want to print, then just write sorted of D and it will be done. Okay, so let us see that. So here you have to write list of D. Okay, so if I'm printing it, then only the keys are getting printed. So from here you can understand that these keys are present in my dictionary. Okay, so it is already sorted, but otherwise if you're writing sorted, then also 1 3 will only come. Okay, all right. Now to check whether a single key is in the dictionary, you have to use this in keyword. Okay, so what we can do here, I want to check that 1 is in D or not as a key, right? Here everything is about key, not about the values, so please keep in mind. So we can check the key this way. So 1 in D, if I'm writing, then it is printing true, but if I'm writing here 2 in D, in that case it is printing false, right? Because 2 is not present in the dictionary. So here now one small example has been given of the dictionary. All the operations which we have seen already, those things have been demonstrated here. You can go through this example and see that how they have been performed. Now we are also having the dict constructor. So it builds dictionaries directly from the sequences of key value pair. So you can create it this way, right? So dict has been used within parentheses. Again, this entire list has been given. So in this list again, what is there? All these key value pairs are there. So they will be considered and the dictionary will be made using this. After that, similar to list and set comprehension, we are also having the concept of dict comprehension, right? So using this, we can create the dictionary. You can see how they have been created and you can try with some new examples, okay? So X is written and then colon you have to write because this X is going to be the key, and after colon whatever is there, that is going to be the value. So here the value is the square of X, right? And from where the elements will be taken? From this particular tuple, right? So 2 4 6 is there, so they will be taken and their squares will be performed and the key value pairs will be created. Okay, now when the keys are simple strings, it is sometimes easier to specify pairs using keyword arguments. So let us say if your keys are only simple strings, then very easily and in a very simple manner you can create the dictionary like this. That is, you don't have to give the quotations and all. You can simply write equal to and you can assign the values. It is just like keyword arguments and they will be considered as the key value pairs, right? So you can try with all these examples, and this was all about dictionaries. So I'm ending this lecture here. Thank you.